So what's going on YouTube? AJ Simmons here. So it's Tuesday. You already know it's Financial Wealth Building Day. And today I stalled a little bit with making a video today because I wasn't sure what I wanted to do today. And I tried to think of something, a little deep, or something that I know that a lot of people might not know or be too familiar with. But the one thing kept popping in my head over and over and over and over again was income taxes, the tax refund check. And I seen a meme on Facebook. I probably used it as the cover for this video. And it was showing in January, the person was on the bus. February, the person was at the tax service place. March, they were riding in the Benz, and by April, it was getting repoed. So now that might be a little unrealistic because of how fast it happened, but again, it probably does happen in real life. But however, this situation definitely does happen, whether the repo occurs in April or later in December. But these things do happen. People take that whole $3,000 refund check or however much you get and decide to go blow it on a down payment on a brand new Benz. Now, we all know that isn't a smart thing to do, so I'm not here to preach to you about that not being a smart thing to do, because if you didn't know that, you wouldn't be on my channel now, would you? Because when you came to this channel, you already had good common sense. And you probably seen my video, I want a new car, and I went into detail on that video about not buying a car unless it was your dream car. You should lease cars or either buy straight cash. And if you want to hear more on that, obviously just go look at that video. But anyway, what I am here to talk to you today about in this video is some alternative ways to spend that tax refund check. Because it's easy to say what you shouldn't do, but a lot of people won't tell you what you should do in circumstances simply because most people don't have the answer for you. So I'm gonna do my best to give you the answer on this particular topic. So first thing first, you want to definitely educate yourself on investing. Now, when I say investing, I'm not just talking about the stock market or anything like that. I'm talking about anything that you can put your money in and it will bring you a return on your money. It's considered an investment. So, if you want to put your money into a stock and it's going to bring you back a dividend, that's an investment. If you want to put your money into a real estate course that you feel like can bring you back dividends in the long term or whenever, that's an investment. If you want to put your money into, a commercial cleaning franchise like I did, that's an investment. If you want to put your money into a vending machine, that's an investment. Whatever you decide to put your money into, you can put your money into something that you already have that you just want to reinvest in. Like if you already own a business, but you need to buy some things in your business to help you make a return, that's an investment. You know what I mean? So and I'm gonna tell you the best investment. If you don't know how to invest and you don't know where to start, educate yourself and try to do it for free or at the least possible expense. But the best investment you could possibly make if you're not sure what to invest in is to pay off your debt. Because debt will eat away at your cash flow. So if you want to look for something to invest in paying off your debt. Pay off those high interest loans, those car notes. And a good thing about paying off a car note is that if you pay it off, now you have the title to that car. Once you have the title to that car is now a non-performing asset for you, which goes towards your net worth. So you definitely want to be considerate of these type of things and be mindful of these type of things with your tax refund check. Don't go out and blow your money. This is not the time to go buy bottles at the club and try to be the man in the club and try to go get all the girls and stuff. This is not the time for that. What this is the time for is for you to try to make your money work for you. For a lot of people, this is the only time of the year where people have a lump sum of cash. And so your goal should be to, before the year is out, take that cash and make sure that by the time the next tax time comes, you don't have to depend on the check. A lot of people that I talk to, they already have a plan laid out about how they're going to spend the money and have no idea on how to invest the money. They just thinking of all these ways where they're going to just get rid of it. It's funny, matter of fact, I think about an instance, and I tell you what, I use my cousin a lot in my videos, so I hope that he doesn't decide to go watch him one day. But my cousin was over here one day, and he had just got paid, and he cashed his check, and he got it in all cash, because I don't know why he got it in all cash, but I'm going to assume because he got automatic bank drafts for some of his bills with the bank. He wanted to hurry up and get it out the cash before the bill collectors came and got it. But anyway, so he had his cash spread it out on my couch, and he was sitting there counting it all up or whatever. And he's a high paid guy. He's a government worker like I used to be. So the check is pretty big. And so he counted out probably about, I don't know, $1,300 from a 2-week span. And so that was pretty good money for him. Now it might have been more than that, because he's up there. He was on the upper range. So let's just say $2,000 from a 2-week span. And so he's sitting there counting out the cash saying, all right, now let me see how I'm going to spend this. And he doesn't even realize, as most of us don't even realize when we do this exact same thing, you're looking for ways to get rid of the money. The very day that he got the money, the first thing that comes in his mind is, all right, let me see how I'm going to spend this. You can't wait to get rid of it. Why don't you see how many ways you can invest this? How many ways you can save this? You know what I mean? And the concept pay yourself first hasn't even crossed his mind or most of our minds when we get our check. First thing you do is try to see how far you can stretch the dollar so that way you can pay your important bills and have some fun. A lot of people go and have fun and then pay bills with whatever's left. The other half of people go pay the bills and then have some fun with what's left. But really what we need to be doing is paying ourselves, then paying the bills, and then seeing, all right, if there's anything left, I'll pay myself. But even before going to have some fun with the money, you want to try to invest in something. At all times, I'm always looking to invest. Whenever I get my tax refund check, every year since I've been grown, my goal has always been to, all right, now let me see if I can flip this money some type of way to ensure that next year I'm not looking forward to tax time so much. And it's not that necessarily so I don't have to look forward to, because I definitely don't want to be dreading it. I don't want to put myself in that position. But I don't want to be relying on the check. I don't want to be banking on the check, hoping that it comes. You know what I mean? Especially for those people who might be in some debt and you might not even get your check because somebody's going to take it before you get it. And now you made all of those plans for that check and you can't even receive it because you got debt that someone has came in and swooped in and took the money before you could even get it. So I just want to drive home the point. You want to invest that money. If you don't know how to invest, park the money. Put it in a savings account. I know saving is for losers, according to Robert Kiyosaki. However, saving is probably your safest bet until you learn how to invest. Because you have to have something. And you can't invest without money. Even if you can get somebody else's money, but 9 times out of 10, you can't get other people's money unless you can manage your own money. You see what I'm saying? Really, they say use OPM, other people's money. But other people don't want to give you their money if you can't even manage your own money. Alright? So, this year with your income tax check, this is what you want to do. Learn to invest. Park the money, learn to invest. If you don't know how to invest, then go take a class. Learn to invest. If that's not an option for you, pay off some debt. Pay off debt. And don't wipe out all of the money. Put something aside. If you didn't have $1,000 in your account before, take a percentage of that money and put $1,000 away. If you don't get a big tax return like that, maybe you only get $500 as an income tax return check. Well, fine. Put that $500 up towards something good. Figure out a way to make that $500 work for you. Legally, by the way. Because I know the thoughts I used to have. So, but make sure that you make that money work for you. So if you don't know how to invest, put the money up and save it until you learn how to invest, or pay some debt off, because that could be the best investment you ever make to help your monthly cash flow. So that way, if you pay off some debt and you have a job and your job is paying you every 2 weeks, but all of your money is going to bills, maybe if you took that income tax check and paid off some debt, now all of your check won't be going to bills, and then you can finally start saving to invest later on. In the meantime, you definitely want to always stay learning about the stock market, learning about real estate, learning about small businesses, whatever you're interested in, and making a business out of it. Learning about YouTube, because I'm telling you now, everybody should have a YouTube right now while it's working the way it is. This is a free TV channel, basically, and you can get paid residual income from it just from doing whatever you love to do and recording it. Alright? So, but you want to make sure that you make the most out of that tax check, alright? It's your money. The government's giving you back. So, you want to make sure you capitalize on it. Look at it as a savings plan. They took your money. They took more from you and out of your check that they were supposed to. They put it up for you. Now they're giving it back to you, so you make a smart decision with the money, all right? So, we won't be that guy that goes and buy that Benz, all right? We're not going to put a down payment on it. If you can, put a down payment on a property if you can find one cheap enough. Alright? Or go buy a vending machine. Go buy some shares of stocks. And if you're not an educated investor, learn how to invest like Warren Buffett and invest for the long term. Invest in companies that you know for a fact aren't going anywhere. The area that I'm in, we only have one power company, one electric company. I always put my money there when I don't know where else to put it, because that place can't go out of business. We need lights here. It's the only company, it's a monopoly, so they're not going out of business. You see what I'm saying? And then as an investor, even if something was to go wrong, I get in the investor relations emails and stuff where I would get an update. I would know well in advance before it goes public what's going on with the company. So that's the type of companies you want to look for when you're looking to invest in stocks if you're not that educated, all right? Maybe you can start, if you're into clubs and parties, maybe you start party promoting and plan an event, or you can become an event planner. You know what I mean? There's so many ideas out there. So this is what I want to do with this video. If you have an idea that you think people should invest in with their income tax checks or tax refunds, post it below in the comment section. Let's talk about this stuff. I want to list every idea that you can think of. As a matter of fact, I think I might follow this video up on Thursday with my top 10 video, because every Thursday I'm doing top 10 videos, and I'm going to do the top 10 investment ideas for your income tax check. All right, and maybe I can borrow some of you guys' ideas and I'll credit you on it, of course, to put in that video. But let's get innovative and creative with this thing. All right, let's do this. All right, we're trying to change. It's time for a change. It's time for us to change our economic state. All right, it's time for us to put an end to our poverty and to the misery and to that endless cycle of going to work and paying bills and having nothing left to show for it. Let's change everything. Let's get multiple sources of income, all right? I told y'all coming to this year, I'm working on 11 sources of income. Last year, I had 3 different checks coming in by the close of the year. And not only did I have 3 different checks coming in, but then I was also part of 2 investment clubs where my money was going into long term. So building wealth is key. That's what we all want to do. And even if your money is tight, you can figure out a way. Cut the cable. You know what I mean? Figure out a way to get TV for free. I'm gonna say this one word, Cody. You can do what you want to do with that. All right. But figure it out. We gotta make some changes. We gotta make, if you want to live that prosperous life, if you want to be free, the whole thing with me is freedom. It's not about the dollars. The dollars are worthless. They're paper. It's about the freedom. The freedom is what makes you wealthy and rich. Freedom, okay? The time. the ability to go where you want, when you want. But you can't do any of that without the money because of the system that we live in. So fine, learn about the system, understand who creates the laws in the system, and then you maneuver the way that they move. We all know that the politicians are bought out by the wealthy. Well, I guess we all don't know, because some of y'all still voting for these people and thinking that they're going to change your life for you. And you're whining and crying about it, but that's another topic. But you should know by now that the politicians are bought out. The lawmakers are the rich people that buy the politicians. So if you really want to make a difference in this world, you need to become one of the people who can afford to buy the politicians, or afford to make an influence, at the very least be influential. But you can't be influential when you have a negative network, or when you owe so much debt that you can't even smile in peace and you're mad at the world every day. All right, so let's wake up, let's invest our money. It's not going to change overnight. We might not even change everything in a year, but you can take steps. And the first step is, if you take this income tax check coming up, if you get one. I know some people don't get one, and that's fine too. We're going to talk about you guys in upcoming videos. But for those of us who do get income tax checks, refunds, and all of that, let's make sure we're doing the right thing, all right? So I appreciate you guys for watching, subscribing, liking, sharing, and commenting. Of course, again, leave those comments below, leave those ideas below, and we're going to make this happen, all right? Thank you for subscribing. AJ Simmons here, checking out.